Herman Leggett fought it off really awfully well out there. He was a defensive end, and Leggett fought to the outside and did turn Johnson back in. Ricketts fought through a couple of blockers to make the play. He picked up about 3 on it, and they're still short of the original line of scrimmage. Third down, about 13. We'll call it 12 to go for UMS. Awfully big play right here.
Big play for the Bulldogs. They come out over that football, sent a wide man way to the left side, and put Gordon Armstrong over here and a man in the slot on the right side. Looks like kind of a wing bone formation. Long count. They were in motion. They're not going to call it, but they're going to draw play. Big number 31 gets no yardage. He is popped down by the center of the Aggies line. The game, there's no doubt, he was 2 steps in motion, and if they'd got a first down, it wouldn't have been any justice on the play.
I'll agree with you. I really can't believe they didn't call that. The flanker out here on the right side, right in front of the Jackson bench, had moved 2 steps. He had sprinted 2 steps before the snap of the football, and the official standing there not 5 yards from him didn't say a thing.
Big number 11, Lee Baines, back in punt formation, and Lee Berry Jones goes back, and this gentleman can kick it further than you standing, Lee Berry, and he takes an awful lot of time, and he gets a punt away. Lee Berry will field on about his 35-yard line. He's looking for running room. He's not going to find it. He breaks 1 tackle, gets to the 25, running hard, and goes down at the 30. A good run by Lee Berry. He had no block at that time, and Lee made a good play to get to the 30, about a 6-yard return.
You sort of feel right now, you did defensively on that last drive of UMS's, and you sort of felt it maybe a little bit with LeBerry Jones on the blocks in, some renewed enthusiasm maybe on this Jackson bench. There's a little bit more noise and moving around on the Jackson bench than you normally see from Jackson.
He's out to the right side. Armstrong goes out to cover him as a wishbone. Is behind Higginbotham, the quarterback. Long count by Higginbotham. He's going to run the option play to the right side and hand off to Leggett. Leggett is still driving with that football, and he goes for 5 tough yards right up the middle. Goes fullback Sherwin Leggett up to the 35 and gains it. He hit 3 guys, and he just kept on slowly moving like a turtle.
You talk about individual effort. In fact, they took about a yard away from Sherwin because he never did get stopped, and they finally blew him dead just short of the 35-yard line. A real good individual effort by Leggett that time.
It's getting chilly here in Legion Field,
too. We don't have enough clothes on up top here, I can tell you that.
Lee Berry Jones goes in the slot over on the right side as Higginbotham's going to run that way and hand the ball to Leggett. Leggett running hard, close to his first down. Big number 66, Alan Andrews, tries to cap rope him, and he gets him short of that first down, but it's going to be about a half-yard shy as Sherman Leggett just carried Andrews with him that time.
Great effort again by Leggett that time. Real good individual, tough running by Sherman Leggett, and he can do that. Sherman Leggett, only a junior, 175-pounder, awfully strong, works real hard in the offseason with the weights, and he's a fine football player. Jackson needs this third down conversion.
Third down for the Jackson Aggies. They have as a new man in that guard. Doug Baxley must be hurt because he's not in it, and Schultz is over at tackle here. They got an unbalanced line. As Higginbotham takes a long count. Barks a signal, run a quarterback sneak, and I believe he got his first down just on his effort. Gaines, is that an unbalanced line with Baxley at tackle?
It is an unbalanced line. They did move Baxley over on the other side. Baxley and Schultz are both still in the ball game. Jackson, they did not give Ken Higginbotham nearly what he got. A terrible spot that time.
Gaines, I believe he's going to get his first down anyway, but he got way in front of the yard line, made another half yard up, and they spotted it down.
I promise I'm not going to say it, but he got well past the 40-yard line.
And it's a big play right here. Let's see if he gets his first down. It's going to be awfully close. He does have it by half the length of football. That was a big play on part of Ken Higginbotham as Higg is getting the signals from Coach Pennington. And Aggies will have first and 10 from their 40 as they're moving with 6:57. The Bulldogs are out in front of the Aggies by a score of 6-0 with 6:57 to play in the third quarter. Easdale goes wide out to the right side. They put Lee Berry Jones in the slot on the right side, and he doesn't have anybody right up on his nose. Higginbotham, the quarterback, barks the signals, going to drop back, throw the football. He hits Lee Berry. Lee Berry up the crease, running hard, breaking tackles. Lee Berry Jones still running hard inside the 35. Push it off, folks, inside the 30. A great run and a flag down on the play. I don't know who they're going to call this on. Looks like it might be a cliff against the Aggies, and it was unnecessary if it was, Gaines. A guy came out of nowhere and just threw the flag, Gaines, and that's tough. That's unnecessary. That's going to cost the Aggies again. A great run will be called back on the part of Lee Berry Jones.
He should still have the first down. If they go from the point of the foul, which is down around the 30-yard line, they're going to step another 15 off. That's going to be now some 47 yards in penalties against Jackson on the night. UMS has not been penalized. They've got 0 yards. yards in penalties for the night. 15 will be stepped off against the Aggies.
Well, I'm not going to say what I said a couple of years ago, so we'll just stay away from that. We'll beat them with or without the penalties. I'm not going to worry about that. The Aggies will have a first down. They're going to call a clip against the Aggies.
I believe the clip was called against Jay Bozeman attempting to block downfield for LeBarry Jones. And great effort that time by LeBarry Jones. That's all you can say about it. Fine throw, quick throw by Higginbotham. Had LeBarry in the slot. He drilled it into his number one. They put LeBarry in the slot again. First down the Aggies. They're out at the UMS 46-yard line.
UMS says we'll cover him this time. That gives them one more man. Back to throw is Higginbotham. Higginbotham's got a man open deep. It's Easdale. He's running side by side. Easdale catches the football. He's knocked out of bounds. Easdale had it in his hands at the 5 and dropped it. Gains a beautiful throw by Ken Higginbotham, about 45 yards, right on the money.
Super throw that time by Ken Higginbotham. Good coverage by UMS. I'll give credit to the cornerback over there on that side. I believe it was Bobby Mills in the coverage then for either Bobby Mills or John Shearer in the coverage that time for UMS. Did a fine job of staying with Easdale, but that was a super throw by Ken Higginbotham.
Easdale had his hands on the football, 2 gains, and just a good play then was 41 Gordon Armstrong. He's got him one-on-one out there by himself, and a good play then. Look for a little trap play up the middle. Let's see what we get this time. Coming in motion is LeBarry. They go on the opposite play, now throw it back. Higginbotham running with that football. He breaks 1 tackle, breaks 2, gets in close to his first down yardage. There's a flag down on the play again, Gaines. I don't know what they're going to call. Maybe a crackback on LeBarry here is the only thing I can think about that they could call here. They are going to call a crackback on LeBarry. That's not an illegal block, Gaines, because he did hit him above the waist. And they can call it what they want to, but that was not an illegal block.
Well, they're going to we'll wait to see what the call is. It's obviously going to go against Jackson. They're discussing it with UMS. They're going to take 15 of them and mark it off against the Aggies. And Jackson has moved this football about 120 yards on this drive and hadn't gotten any points out of it yet.
Well, they're going to get a big one, 15 yards from the point of the foul, move it back inside of Aggie territory. Aggie fans don't like it, and I hate to say I don't either, but we'll let the referees call the game. I'll try to be impartial if I can. Sometimes, can't be impartial when you see a play wide open.
That's going to take it about out of it, because you're looking down at a second down and about a quarter of a mile now, and that's, you just can't keep having to go that far.
Well, let's don't try to get it all back at one time. Higginbotham, the quarterback, will have the wide side of the field to his left side, and Easdale is split to his right side to get out and get the double wing formation over here. 2 men in the slot, both halfbacks out of there now. They're going to run straight back. Higginbotham gets a lot of rush. He's going to throw it up for grabs, and it's incomplete. He got a big rush in that time by 4 UMS players, and just didn't have a chance to throw the football at all.
And got pounded pretty good after the throw that time by the heavy rush. Wasn't really all that bad a throw. He did all that he could do with that particular play. Jackson now looking at a 3rd down and more than we can count.
3rd down, 25 to go for the Aggies. Maybe longer than that. Let's see, 5, 10, closer to 30 yards for a first down by the Aggies. 3rd down at 30, because the Aggies made a good drive in games, and they've had 2 crucial penalties. Penalties are just killing the Aggies tonight. Get out of that double and go into double wing. And here comes over this side. LeBarry Jones in the slot between both your split men. Higginbotham dropping straight back to throw the football. He's got a man open over the middle. It's LeBarry Jones. Jones breaks 1 tackle. He can break another, and he does break it. Jones to the 40. Jones to the 30. He's inside the 20. The 10, the 5. Touchdown, LeBarry Jones. A great throw by Higginbotham. No flags down here. It's Aggies 6, UMS 6. A great run by LeBarry Jones. He goes 70 yards for the Aggies.
Just a truly great individual effort again by LeBarry Jones. Fine throw by Higginbotham. And what can you say about it? They're looking now at 3rd down then and about, 40 yards or so to go for the first down. Just, seemingly out of the question. Really had their backs to the wall. Great throw over the middle by Higg, and all in for an extra point coming up. LeBarry Jones broke a tackle, made a great move right in front of the Jackson bench, used his speed for a touchdown.
Higginbotham will hold. Baxley will try, and it's going to be a delay of game called against the Aggies. They'll back it up 5 yards.
Now we'll wait to see what the call is. It's not going to be delay of game. He called it up in the middle of the line. Obviously, some kind of call against UMS, or maybe mouthpiece, or maybe somebody lined up across the football. We'll wait to see what the call is. Half the distance being stepped off against UMS. Offsides is the call. Really not a real big call right at this stage, except that it does give Baxley a little bit more time to get ready and get his shoe tied up for the extra point.
James, he didn't have the strap in. That was just lucky that time. And he likes to kick with that strap on. He didn't have it that time. As Higginbotham will hold for
big extra point right here.
Big extra point. Bozeman will snap it back. Higginbotham will hold it. There's a snap. It's a high snap, and he pulls it down. The kick is up, and the kick is true. There's time out on the field. 6:54 is Aggie 7, UMS 6. back in Legion Field. With suddenness, the Aggies have struck. Penalties plagued them, but they didn't let them get it down. I was a little bit down on the penalties, but the Aggies weren't. Barry Jones from quarterback Ken Higginbottom goes 70 yards for the touchdown. Johnny Schultz kicks off. He booms it back deep. Lions will field the ball at his 1-yard line. Coming straight up the middle. The Aggies pursue. Lions has a crack, but he has popped down hard. Short of the 25, and the Aggies fans are fed. Rico Gaston, Johnny Schultz in on the play. Last man getting up, Benny Jackson, the nose guard, or Johnny Black. It's Benny Jackson. That little young man played himself a football game.
And I'll tell you something else. There's Ken Higginbotham and LeBarry Jones embraced down on the Jackson sidelines now. If you think that these young people won't excite you when they got the football in their hands, there are not many high school football teams that can bounce back with a 3rd down and a half a mile to go like they did on that exciting play from Higginbotham to LeBarry Jones.
Johnson, the quarterback, has Ryan and Burnett behind him. He's going to roll out to throw the football. He gets pressure, and he is popped hard by LeVon Martin. No gain, maybe a loss of a half a yard. 3 Aggies hit him. Ricky Brown, Ken Ricketts, getting him off the pile. 64, Reginald Sampson. Big play by the Aggies. No gain for Johnson.
A lot of emotion right now on this Jackson sideline. Emotion is not going to carry them the whole half, but they're really fired up. They have their momentum. They've got things going their way. Now, the problem for UMS is to reestablish the momentum they had gained at the end of the half. I wouldn't be surprised to see Johnson start putting the ball up.
Armstrong splits out here. Burnett the tailback, and Arnett going to run a fullback straight up the middle. He gets very little yards. He has really popped at the line of scrimmage. The Aggies are fired up. The first time I've seen them really fired. Ken Ricketts put a hit on him right at the line of scrimmage, and Benny Jackson is hurt down on the field as he was under that pile, made the initial attack, and they fell on top of him on the pile game.
2 or 3 just tremendous hits on the fullback Ryan that time as they ministered to Benny Jackson, who's down. I think he's just shaking up. It looks like he's already up talking now to the coaches. Rico Gaston is in the ball game to replace him, and I think Benny's more upset about coming out of the ball game than he is anything. And you think that youngster doesn't play? Oh, he's about 100 courage. He's about 150 pounds, and 145 of it's hard. I'll tell you that.
The guy blocking on him weighs about 190. The smallest guy I think's been this guy, and he's 190 blocking on him all year long.
Big play here. UMS looking at a 3rd down and about 8. 4:35 left in the half and the quarter. Jackson 7, UMS 6.
Johnson comes out, gets under center. I formation slot. He's going to roll out to the left side. He's getting pressure. Now he throws the ball. It's going to be complete to Tiff Lyons. The first down. Up there, let's mark it down. Not Tiff Lyons. It's number 42. Bobby Mills completes it over the middle. First down up across the 37-yard line. Aggies had good coverage. Just a great throw then by Johnson.
Good throw by Johnson and good pressure by Reginald Sampson. Sampson was drawing a bead on him, and just as he set up, he got the throw off before Sampson arrived. A moment later, Sampson would have gotten there. Good performance under pressure by Mark Johnson. He can get it done for these UMS Bulldogs.
Good football game. 7-6. The Aggies now out front for the first time tonight. UMS sprints up to the line of scrimmage in that gray and maroon as they try to put their more points on the football on the scoreboard. Johnson, the quarterback, barks his signals. Going to roll out to throw the football. He's got a man open. It's going to be a razzle-dazzle play. The ball is on the ground. The Aggies have it. If they call it complete in the pitch, it's going to be Aggies football. They're going to call incomplete pass. Gaines or down on his knee, one of the two. I don't know which.
He was down, but nobody called him down until after the ball was on the ground. He was down before he pitched the football, but he was not called down until after the fumble.
Well, we'll let you just tell you.
That's the old Georgia play. You remember they beat Alabama with it in Vince Dooley's first year, I believe, over at Georgia, first or second year. And the throw was complete by Johnson. The receiver was definitely on his knees. The official made the right call in my judgment. The ball was down, but he was very late in making that call. But I think he made the correct call.
Johnson will have 2nd down and 9. He's going to run a power pitch to this side. Burnett's got running room. He comes across. He's going to be hit hard and knocked down short of the 45-yard line. Danny Eckstein put the hit on him. A good run then by Burnett as he showed good speed gains, and he's up close to his first down, but a good hit.
He did. He got Herman Leggett, the defensive end, got caught inside that time. It's the defensive end's job to contain out there. Leggett got caught inside and allowed him to get to the corner. Eckstein, coming up quick from his cornerback spot, was able to get there and make the play. UMS having all kind of trouble getting the play in from the sideline and taking a long, long time in that offense huddle. Now they've finally gotten it in, and they're just now getting it called.
Well, let's see what he calls here. They've been in the huddle a long time.
Long time in the huddle.
Well, I guess he'll say if they come out, and as long as they get it off in the next 30 seconds, he'll give it to them. But let's see. Johnson, awful long time for them. Going to run the play and run the option play over here. Johnson does not get his first down. Benny Jackson rides him down for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. It's going to be 4th down 4 for the Bulldogs. LeBarry Jones goes back in, and big number 11, Lee Baines, comes in to punt it away for the UMS Bulldogs. Good defensive stand by the Aggies that time.
Great penetration by Benny Jackson. What a good year Benny Jackson's having. Gives you the great effort there at nose guard. Big play then, 4th down. The Cadets will have to kick it away. Jackson will get the ball in pretty good field position.
Baines back in punt formation. He takes an awful long time to get that football away. It's a good snap. He takes the ball. He punts it. It's a high spiraling kick. LeBarry will field it back on about his 15-yard line. Comes right up the right side, and he is knocked down hard, short of the 25-yard line. Lee showed a lot of carriage that time, and they're going to call a penalty on somebody. Herman Leggett, 87, a unnecessary clip that time, Gaines. I saw it. He just hit him late on a clip. The Aggies will be backed up again.
God, the play had been over 15 seconds when...
I know it, but it was a good call on the part of the referee, and he's awfully lucky he doesn't get thrown out of that football game, Gaines, because it was definitely a clip, and the man is still down over here, and it's Johnson. Oh, no, it's number 42. I caught the 2, but it's Bobby Mills, the halfback, and he was definitely brought down from behind. I'll have to give the referees credit for that. The play was over, and I tell you, the Aggies are lucky they don't have 1st and 25 because the ball was already blown dead over there.
Oh, yeah.
No question ball foul, but they'll have awfully bad field position inside their 12.
If I were Coach Bobby Jackson from UMS, I'd be complaining about the yardage markers over there because there's no question it was a dead ball foul.
All right, Higginbotham, the quarterback. That barks a signal, so he'll have 90-some yards to go, 88 yards to go. As Higginbotham's going to run a trap play straight, and he runs the option play, pick out LeBarry. He fumbles a football, and UMS has got it. That's what I was afraid of. It's still bouncing around. The Aggies got it, picked it up. Here comes Edgar. Edgar running hard down the sidelines. He'll go all the way for a touchdown. Woo, what a play. Clifford Edgar, 10-5, touchdown Aggies. Boy, I'm telling you, you talk about the breaks. That has to be a monumental break. Gaines, you'll have to explain it to him because the Aggies lost the football twice, and Clifford picked it up and went 95 yards.
Boy, if you're Bobby Jackson and UMS, you got to think that this isn't supposed to be your night. They ran the option play. Good pitch by Ken Higginbotham to LeBarry Jones. LeBarry just didn't handle it. Had he handled it, he would have had good yardage outside. He fumbled the football. UMS appeared to have it. It bounced loose. It appeared still that UMS would cover it. They had 3 people all around the football on about the 15-yard line. It bounced around, took a fortuitous hop for Jackson. Clifford Edgar picked it up on the run, broke a tackle at about his own 20-yard line, and just simply outran everybody else. Would not be denied. Incredible play.
Ball is placed down. The kick is up. The kick is good. There's time out on the field with a score. Aggies 14, Bulldogs 6. Gaines, you'll have to explain that play one more time for the fans out there. I got awful excited. It looked like to me twice the Bulldogs had the football, and as you'll see in NFL highlights, it just kept squirting out. Finally, it just squirted right into Clifford Edgar's arms, and he just out. It looked like a bullet coming down the sideline.
Tough break for UMS. You got to feel for him on that kind of play.
Schultz again booms it deep. Johnson will feel it. Oh, let's make that tiff lines at the 5-yard line. He comes up the middle, finds running room, knocked down to the 26-yard line, fumbles the football. They're going to blow the play dead, I believe, though, Gaines. He did fumble that football. They're still fighting over it down there. Herman Leggett says, I've got it, but they're going to give it back to UMS. And that's got to take a little heart out of UMS because they had the Aggies in deep trouble down there. They had the football, but the Aggies got it.
Well, that's just one of those incredible things. It's, the breaks of the game. They say it's a game of inches, and it's a game of breaks. And, of course, Jackson's had their share of the tough breaks tonight. They've had a lot of big penalties. But, my gracious alive, you talk about the break that turns the ball game around because there's no question, had they not gained any yardage at all, Lions could have kicked the field goal down there and put them back ahead.
Johnson, the quarterback, has a big number 45 behind him there. He's going to roll out to throw the football. It's incomplete, almost intercepted. Went through Ken Ricketts' hand, and then almost complete over the sidelines to Lions, but it goes incomplete.
Pretty good pressure that time on Johnson by the Jackson defensive front. 34 seconds left in this third quarter play. Jackson 14, and the last 7 of that 14 would have to be called at least incredible. Fran Tarkington and his crowd may want to come down and do a story on that. That's one of those things that I guess you're living right.
Well, Gaines, you can't say the Aggies don't play exciting football.
They play awfully exciting football and wide open. They've got good speed. They play wide open, and that's just one of those bounces. Gosh, there's any more you can say about it than that.
Johnson will come up 2nd down and 10 to go for the UMS Bulldogs. Johnson rolling out the pass. Low pressure pull him there. He's got a man open. It's complete over here, and he's going to be punished out of bounds, short of his first down by Danny Eckstein. Good play by Danny, kept him short of the first down. It's going to be about 2.5 yards shy of his first, up close to the 35-yard line, and mark it down to 34. He has to go to the 37 to get his first down. Big third down play.
And UMS has got to be within just 1 or 2 seconds every time of the 25-second mark and getting the play off.
Gaines, what that does, too, it hurts the Aggies because they don't get the ball back, and your time's running out. We're just about down to the last timeout, and that's the end. That's the end of the third quarter. It's timeout on the field with a score. Jackson 14, UMS 6. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Third down from a windy Legion field. Gaines is getting awfully cool out here.
And one reason that it's probably difficult to hear Will over the radio is because the wind is whipping into the microphone.
Sure is. Aggies 8-man front up there. Going to power pitch over here to Burnett. Burnett running hard, but he's going to be knocked down, lost behind. Ken Ricketts comes through. Benny Jackson. Great play by Ricketts. Knocks him down for a loss of 4. Back at the 30. The Aggies will get the football back again. Boy, they had Burnett that time.
And what a fine football player Ken Ricketts is. He's had a solid senior year. He's not a flashy football player. He's a big, rangy, strong youngster. Somebody's going to be missing the boat if they don't pick Ken Ricketts up to play for them next fall, because with the frame that Ken has, he can gain a lot of weight and be very big, and he's got a super attitude.
Back in punt formation, Lee Baines. He'll stand at his 20-yard line, gets the snap away. He's booting into the wind. It's a bad end-over-end kick. They're going to kick it away from Lee Berry. Lee Berry's going to pick the football up now, run it straight down the sidelines. Breaking tackles, and boy, Lee Berry's playing with a vengeance. He's across the 41-yard line. He was a step away from going all the way, Gaines, and he should have never fielded the football.
Oh, I'll tell you what, had he not gotten tripped up where he did at the 42-yard line, he was just fixing to break into the daylight, and we'd have had another big, exciting play. And LeBarry Jones and Clifford Edgar, Tommy, even though we had I guess you got to call it a lucky play for Clifford, they really seem to be coming into their own and gaining a lot of confidence as offensive football players.
Looks like they know what they're doing on the option play and running. They're just putting their heads down and using that great speed. Higginbottom back to throw. Gets a good protection. Now he rolls out of the pocket. Looking for a man open. It's going to be incomplete. He had Ezel open over there, but he never got set to throw the football. As good pressure then by UMS forced him to roll out of the pocket.
He really didn't drop back very deep. I think he wanted to throw the ball very quickly. And as a result of not dropping very deep, of course, he had a lot of traffic back there with him. UMS did a good job of rushing the passer. Ezel slipped just as Ken threw the football, and the ball bounced in front of him.
Aggies 14, UMS 6 on electrifying plays for touchdowns by the Aggies. With 10:57 left to play in this football game, Brett Gunner over that football, and Higginbottom has a wishbone with Leggett right in the heart of the wishbone right behind him. Let's make it Sherwin Leggett the fullback. As Higginbottom barks the signals, a long count, then Higginbottom going to run the ball and be knocked down for a loss. Gaines, that must have been a broken play because the ball was snapped, nobody moved, and then Higginbottom just...
Looks like a lot of confusion, and Coach Pennington's certainly not satisfied with it. A lot of confusion. And let's say again, we've pointed out 2 or 3 times, Jackson does, like you've seen a lot of NFL teams do, Coach Pennington signals with hand signals the offensive play in to Ken Higginbottom. It involves, a lot of intelligence on the part of the quarterback.
And folks, we are dealing with youngsters here, not college or high.
Well, they do a good job of handling it that way, too.
Slot formation, Lee Berry in motion. Going to run the option play back over here. Higginbottom's got running room. He's going to cut in, be short of his first down, though, at the 45-yard line. As Higginbottom had running room, he possibly could have pitched to Edgar. Had he pitched the ball, it was green grass in front of Edgar that time, but it was wide open if he had pitched it.
Higg was in traffic really just about the whole distance, so he never was in a position to make what you would call a real clean pitch to anybody. It would have been sort of a dangerous thing. UMS right now looking at a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to get back even with them. Still a precarious lead for the Jackson Aggies.
Baxley back in punt formation, gets a good snap, big rush put on, and he gets a low driving kick away. Is fielded over there by number 42, running hard, trying to find running room, and now going down is number 42, Bobby Mills. He was looking for a place to go down. The Aggies found him one.
I'll tell you one thing. John Shearer tried to block Ken Ricketts in front of the receiver that time, and Ken Ricketts just absolutely bombed him. He must have knocked him 5 yards and went straight through him. Didn't make the got back and held out on the tackle, but he just absolutely let Shearer have it.
Good field position for the Bulldogs. They'll have it up at their 34-yard line. 1st and 10 with 9:25 to play in this football game, and it's been a good one as the Bulldogs came to play tonight. It's 14 Aggies, 6 Bulldogs, still within striking range for quarterback John Som. Mark John Som going on a trap play, straight up the middle, finding running room is Ryan. He's knocked down by Ricky Brown. Gain of about 4.5, 5 yards on the play, and on the bottom of it, getting up, number 30, Benny Jackson, or Levon Martin, let's make it.
No question, this is the finest UMS team we've seen in years and years. They have their best football team in an awfully long time. I can see why they have beaten a lot of people. They've kept games low scoring. Fundamentally, they are just terrifically sound. They don't make mistakes. They don't do foolish things, and they do a heck of a job.
Slot formation to the left, Tiff Lyons in the slot. John Simon, the quarterback. And they're moving this time. Now they're not going to call anything. Ryan running. He is punished there at the 41-yard line. 2 men move that time, Gaines. I don't figure that out. I know Coach Pennington's raising Kane, and I'm going to raise Kane on that one. 2 men move. You cannot move 2 offensive men at the same time once they come to the set, regardless of their backs.
Yeah, the referee's answer to that's going to be, well, they got back set again. That doesn't make any difference. If 2 of them move, 2 different ones move at the same time like that, it's still a penalty. The guy did not get back set a full count before the football was snapped anyway. He's got to get back set a full count before the snap of the football.
3rd and 3.
That's the second time that's happened right in front of that official.
Big play right here. 3rd down, 3 to go for the UMS Prep School Bulldogs. Are going to try play over here. He is popped down by a great play then by number 81, Tommy York. He stacked it up, and Ricky Brown, and they knock him down short of the first down. No gain on the play. 4th down, 3. Let's see if UMS punts.
Super play that time by Tommy York. And Tommy is playing hurt tonight. He's got a bad foot.
Bad heel.
He was hurt earlier.
Very bad heel.
But he's playing very well. We'll see if UMS kicks it away. They're looking at a 4th down. I expect they will. We still got 7:35 left in the ball game. Jackson is aware of the fake, though. You can see they got some people about 6 or 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
It almost looked like a fake. Lee Bear will let the ball hit. He's going to pick it up about the 15-yard line, looking for running room. He's in trouble, carrying it like a balloon, but he comes out of there. Lee Bear ran hard across the 35, across the 40, running hard. He's lost 1 shoe, but he's going to go all the way. Lee Bear drove the great run inside the 10, inside the 5. It's touchdown, Aggies. What a run, ladies and gentlemen. I have never seen a better run on a punt play. Lost his shoe at the 35. He goes 85 yards. It's Aggies 20 and the UMS Bulldogs 6 games. What can you say about that?
What you can say is that is one of the truly great athletes that we've had a chance to watch grow up in this area. We've said it all year long, and Tommy, I really think that tonight is the first time that we've seen LeBarry Jones use the type of athletic ability that we all knew that he had. I'm going to tell you what, that is some fine athlete.
I had never seen him run any better than that.
Incredible. Ran out of his shoe, leaped over a man at the 45-yard line to get in the open.
Looked like he was going over the high hurdles as Doug Baxley will try the extra point. It's been Aggies' big play. Baxley down. The kick is up. The kick is true. It's Aggies 21, UMS 6 with 7:06 to play. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Back in Legion Field, LeBarry Jones. Gaines, I'm not sure if it's 85 or 90 yards. 85-yard punt return by LeBarry Jones right up the middle, breaking tackles, leaping over players, and he just ran away from UMS. Looked like a track meet, and he was winning the track meet. Jockey Schultz to kick off. High, end-over-end kick. It's going to be short fielded by Tiff Lyons or Baines. Baines fumbles that football, and he picks it up, running hard with the football, knocked down by a host of Aggies, and punished at the 25-yard line by number 57, Willie Cole. 27, Nix. The Aggies have the football, but they're going to say UMS was down. Mike Steele also in on the tackle.
Tony James also downfield on the kicking team. I believe that's Tony James.
85, that's right. You're right, Gaines. Tony James and also Mike Steele getting up off the bottom down there. UMS down 21-6. They'll have to put the ball in the air. They'll go from there 25. Gaines, I hate to get so excited, but I tell you what, that was some exciting football right there.
That's one. I tell you, you want to film that and show it to folks. That's one of the most incredible runs that I've ever seen in high school football.
Quarterback Johnson runs a little trap play. Now they're going to run the flea flicker back to Johnson. He's going to throw it downfield. It's going to be intercepted by LeVon Barton. Great play by LeVon. He intercepts it, comes off the field, and Johnson is really popped. John Brown and John Brown.
John Brown and Benny Jackson had heavy pressure on Johnson, and both John Brown and Benny Jackson got to him just as he released the football and just lowered the boom on him at the 20. LeVon Martin made the interception. Jackson in business at the UMS 40, and boy, what a difference a half makes. This ball game has completely turned around. Momentum all with the Aggies now. 6:36 left in the ball game. Jackson 21, UMS 6.
Good crowd on hand here. The Bulldogs brought a nice big crowd on the other side. It's Aggies 21-6 with 6:28 as Higginbotham barks his signals. Going to drop back to throw the football. Good rush. A little flip pass out here to Davidson. Davidson fumbles the football. UMS picks it up. It's complete. It's going to be blown dead. But UMS got it out of Darrington's hands, and they get it back at the 40. Darrington had running room
Sherman Leggett.
Was it Leggett? 32 or 22?
It's 32. Sherman Leggett had the football. Good throw by Higginbotham, and he was juggling it, and he juggled it right into the hands of the UMS linebacker, who was alertly
Armstrong.
Yeah, the cornerback, excuse me. And another turnaround in the football game. UMS right back in business. But UMS now with 6:14 left has got to get points in a hurry.
UMS, Johnson, power I formation behind him. He's going to drop back to throw the football. He gets pressure. Now he runs the football. He's going to be hit down. He gains about 4 tough yards up to the 45-yard line. And he was really hit down hard, but he pops up from a good hit.
I tell you, Jackson's defensive effort this second half is reminiscent of the defensive efforts that we have seen in so many big ball games over the years for this Jackson defensive bunch. You go back to the state championship year and how they really got after people and got to the football, and that's the way they played this second half. John Brown in at linebacker now.
John Brown in on the strong side linebacker replacing Ken Rickens. I don't know whether Ken's hurt or not.
Stevens in on the other side also.
Playing some youngsters back in there now. Caven Stevens, John Brown on the right side. Here comes Johnson rolling out with the football. He throws it as complete out there. First down across the 45 in Aggie territory. Goes number 42, Bobby Mills, a little flanker pass out in the secondary. 5:25 to play. UMS is playing some smart football games. They're not trying to get it all at one time. They're just trying to get one more. They say, well, if we can get within striking distance. And they go 10 yards, get the first down, stop the clock outside.
Well, as you say, that's what they're doing. You got 5:25 left in the ball game. There's plenty of time left for UMS to get back in the ball game. That was a big turnover, really on the part of Jackson on the first down because he didn't run any time off of the clock.
Quarterback Johnson, power eye to the right. Going to drop back to throw the football. No pressure. Now he's going to run. It's an open for a screen pass. It's complete out here. And running hard, John Brown misses the tackle and is knocked down short of his first. No, he gets his first down. But it's number 10 for the UMS Bull. They set that up beautifully.
They set it up beautifully. Everybody came to the quarterback. John Brown did an awfully good job out here. He was looking at about 4 blockers in front of the ball carrier. John took on all of them. He did not make the tackle, but he disrupted the play enough to break the flow of the thing. 5:10 left in this football game. First down UMS. They're not dead by a long shot. They've got a first down on the Jackson 33-yard line. 5 minutes left to play in the ball game. Jackson 21, UMS 6. They don't have any give up in them.
Well, they're playing awfully good football, too, to be down and have those kind of electrifying plays run against them.